Hi there. Can you see a pattern? I wonder if you can, because actually it's always interesting, when you start a new video, and although these are short videos, you've got to try and work out why you're doing them. But what is the pattern? Basically, it's almost like Chinese whispers, compositional Chinese whispers, where there's a thin thread that goes right the way through from the beginning to the end of the month, and I sort of have completely new material at the beginning of each month, but the whole idea is that it evolves over time. So what I'm doing is I always start each video with a little recap of the day before. Sometimes I go back further, but it's only day 4, so we're just going back a day at a time. But there's been quite a big change from yesterday to today, but there is still that the link that goes right the way through from day 1. The link really is the bass. It's all about the bass. And actually what I've also done is I've got rid of what was the main theme at the beginning, and I've replaced it really with the pizzicatos that I introduced yesterday. But actually, let's have a listen to that and you'll be able to hear. So this was yesterday's. So you can see that there isn't really a melody there. It creates an atmosphere, and there's an energy because you've got the strings going digga 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 dum, which is a little bit more on what was on the day before. So what have I done today is you've got the high string pizzicatos. I've kept that. I've got rid of all those fast moving string parts in between, but I've introduced a melody on the oboe, which sings out above everything, and it's interesting how there are clashes in tonality. What I've done is, as I sort of discussed yesterday, is I've added the third note to the pizzicatos, so it creates an augmented triad, which has some sort of ambiguity with the key. The melody in the oboe is definitely in D, but sometimes it feels as if it's stretching, especially on the long notes. Interesting to hear what your thoughts are on that. But anyway, let's play today's and then see what you think. Yeah. You can hear there's a note there it's a long note in the oboe that just feels as if it needs to bend bend a little bit at the end. I'm not quite sure if I'll do that, but it's something that it could, I suppose you could write in a slight gliss. I'm not sure. Any oboes listening, if you can let me know if that's possible. Yeah, it'd be interesting also. I suppose what I'm doing when I'm thinking about this is, because I'm using bits that I've used before and I'm trying to change them into other things, or I'm using them in a different circumstance, I'm trying to sort of equate that to what we have to do in general. You've got things happening all the time, and basically you've got fundamentals, things that you have, and how do you cope with change? Is it change is the only constant? I like that quote. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are of this. Do you want me to be more conversational? Do you want me to shut up? Do you want me not to post as much music? What do you think? Let me know, and like and subscribe, and let's see where this takes us tomorrow. Cheers.